David C. Jones, Speeding and Rolling, talking with actors who sometimes work in film and TV and actors who sometimes work in theater. Introduce yourselves.
Hello, everyone. I'm Steve James.
I'm Terrence Kelly.
And you are in a play coming up at the end of the month called Comfort Cottages?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you've done this play before?
No, just a reading of it. It was like a stage reading.
Oh, a stage reading.
This is
okay.
a full-blown production with full costumes and lights and sound, and we're not carrying scripts or anything like that. It's like we're doing it.
You know what? I saw the reading. Mm-hmm. I digress for a moment. I totally forgot it was a reading. It was such a you're such good actors. No. I didn't even remember you were holding books. Now, you weren't in the first one.
No, this is my first time.
Nice. Now, before we get into that, though, one of the things that I think is interesting, especially with so many acting schools in Vancouver and stuff, is that sometimes people feel there's a huge difference between theater acting and film and TV acting. And you both do both. You just were doing a film.
Yeah, I just finished a film for Lifetime Channel and also a TV for the CW.
Nice. And what would you say is the biggest difference between film acting and theater acting?
I think that for me, if you're acting for 2 hours on a stage in one story, your character becomes known gradually, as it would do in real life if you met somebody.
Okay.
In movie and TV or broadcast jobs, you've got 2 seconds to put over your entire character just through this.
Okay.
And I usually find that your character's built up without you knowing it, through music and through makeup.
All right.
And
You come on, it's like, dun, 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 dun. Oh, I think he's a villain.
Exactly, yes.
Okay.
Yes. So that's my biggest difference.
Okay. And what do you think is, what do you find when you jump between genres? Right. What do you see as the biggest difference?
Well, the thing that's, I guess, the most frustrating about film, and good about it in a way, is that it's so segmented. You're doing, if you're in a whole film, you might be doing a 2-minute, 1-minute scene
Right.
that actually takes place at the very end of the film. But that's what you're doing the first day. In fact, that happened on a film I just finished doing, and it's just, so it's all at a sequence. So you have to get the whole thing lined up in your head and work it through, and then so that you can do that and chunk it up, and then you throw the script away and just do it scene by scene by scene,
Right.
knowing where they fit.
So, like in a play now, and some plays aren't written literally either. Like
No.
they jump around, but most plays you would go, "This is my arc through the story," and in a movie you would have an arc, but
Yeah.
you're filming out a sequence.
Exactly.
Right.
And the other one is with television, the energy is different. I mean, it's more to do with intensity. On stage, it's got more to do with energy.
Okay.
I find if you use the same energy on film that you're using on stage, it'll often just explode on you.
Right. I've heard it described too, like on film and TV, it's you and me, and on theater, it's you, them, me. Like it's. I have to make sure.
Yeah, but
do you find that?
Kind of, but you're still always really aware where the camera is and what it's doing.
Oh, okay.
Even though we're playing a scene with you, I know that the camera is there.
Right.
And
Okay. So there is still a quality.
Some actors can also build a fourth wall in a theatre where they don't see the audience. I can't do that. I always am aware they're there. I always look at it as we're doing this in a cafe, and there are just 3 people around a table who happen to be eavesdropping. That's how I think about it. But of course, on a movie set, what viewers don't see there's 10 to 20 people around the camera.
Right.
Only the actor sees it, and not allowed to see.
Right,
sound,
all the crew and
lights.
stuff,
That's right.
lights and stuff. Do you think it's important for actors, especially young actors, to do theater?
Oh yes. It's
So adamant about it.
to me, film and TV pays the bills,
Right.
but theatre's acting.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Yeah, the only code I put on that is the fact that I've seen a lot of young actors on film and TV who are really good and can make a whole career out of it, but they can't do stage. They can't do because they haven't had the background, the training.
Okay.
And so they can't sustain what's necessary to sustain what the level has to be to share it with a live audience. That's all, maybe a couple hundred people or 500 people. And why should they if they've got a complete career doing film and TV?
Right.
I don't know if one really enhances the other or not.
Oh, okay.
It's a conversation we'll have to have.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think you can go easier into film and TV having done theatre. But it's
But maybe
tough
not
to do
the
it
other way
way.
around.
It's tough to do it the other way
Oh,
around.
that makes sense.
Because first of all, your voice has got to hit the back wall,
Yeah.
and you've got to know how to stand up.
And if your whole career has been about I just want to tell you, I
Exactly.
think
Yes.
Batman's new Bat.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
could you pull that down, please?
Yeah, just a little bit. And now, Comfort Cottages. This is a sort of, what would you call it? It's a dramedy. It's a comedy, but it's got heart. So it's almost like a Lifetime movie. Which is,
Absolutely,
Without-
Yeah, it is very much
It's
so.
been very well written. It's about 4 female friends that have been friends for 20, 30 years,
Women?
women. And they-
Fantastic.
Magic.
It's so
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
rare, yeah.
and the characterizations from each of them are really very skillfully written. It's a
Nice.
great play for everybody,
Nice.
but especially for those of us in our 40s plus, we would get a lot of the jokes in there.
Nice. So, and it's about 4 women who decide to open up a
No, what happens is
What?
one of the
Yeah.
women, her aunt, her sort of black sort of aunt that the family has.
Black sheep. Anne.
Black sheep.
Oh yeah, yes, that's a very different.
Black something else. Yeah.
Or black cat.
Diversity.
Yeah, there you go.
And she had this motel that she's leaving to her niece, which is one of the women, one of the 4 women, and her 3 friends come along with her to meet the lawyer.
Yes.
And he explains to them.
That they haven't quite stepped into the situation that they think they have. And it's all good news as long as everyone's able to keep an open mind and explore the wonderful possibilities still open in life in your 50s.
Oh, fantastic! So it's a very fun show. You're a neighbor, if I remember.
No, I'm a trucker that
that comes in.
a regular client of the motel when Aunt Kitty, the aunt, was running it.
Right.
That's right,
And-
because all of the 4 truckers that come in and out are actual signposts to these ladies' future.
Nice, and sorry, you just reminded me something too, because Aunt Kitty, the hotel had sort of a sordid.
Oh, I don't- sort of depends which side of the fence you're on, but yes, she. It was a bit of
It's all flooding back to me.
kind
now.
of a cat house. It was what it was. It was a roadhouse for lonely traveling men, salesmen, truckers, whatever.
Nice.
Which she had stocked with some lovely ladies to help service them. Well, these older friends of the niece says, let's keep it open. Let's see if we can.
See what happens.
Well, actually, there's a coda in the. Twice I use that word. In the will about.
That's right,
They
yes.
have to
They had to do certain things in order to inherit this very valuable piece of property.
Oh, fantastic. Well, okay, you do, and it's starting up at the end of the month, going through October, going into October, not all the way through October, but deep into October.
Yes, it's
at
on
the
from
Pal Theatre.
September the 30th onwards.
Do a pitch. Tell these people why they should go and see it.
This is a play with heart, with love and loss, and it will make you laugh and make you think.
And what's in it for them? You do a pitch to them.
I just think it's really interesting to see that there's an awful lot of excitement and life still in older people, not just the youth and things that we see a lot today, but that there's comedy, there's tragedy, there's fun, there's laughter, there's love.
Comfort Cottages is going to be playing at the Pal Theatre September 30th to October 23rd.